Post pandemic, that has changed. All right, I see that shit. I'm crossing the street.
So
It is
I got
so I'm sorry. It's so nerve inducing. Like the amount of anxiety I get from just germs and other people now. But go ahead.
a question for Doughy. So does that mean that you're no longer peeing in subway stops at 2:00 in the morning when your peanut-sized bladder fails you, or?
I ain't say all that.
Welcome to the One Up Podcast. I am your host, El Caballo, aka Tony. Here with some of my nearest and dearest. I got Pucho, Doughboy, and Mateo on the pod, obviously. About to have a good one today. Got a lot of good, juicy topics that we're going to discuss, man. And hopefully, we please everybody and everybody that's watching. But to start off, Doughboy, what's been going on with you, man? I haven't talked to you in a couple days.
Yeah, it's been a while. I got to say thank you to Pucho and Mateo. They recommended Valheim and Loop Hero these past few days in these episodes in the past, and I finally got down to looking at it and trying it out. I loved Loop Hero so much, I called out of work. I'm like, you know what? I need to spend some more time with this. I'm like, I think I need to see what this is really about, and I ended up playing it all day. Probably my first playing, like the first day I played it, I played at least 12 hours of it. I was just like, I got my fill for the day. And I kind of sucked at it in the beginning. I was just throwing all my cards down. I was throwing everything down. And I got to the boss pretty quick. And then I got to hear the boss music, and it like motivated in me. I'm like, oh, this boss music is so good. But I really enjoy that game. Just every game has a loop. You know what I mean? Every game has some sort of loop that you get stuck into and that you enjoy. And this one literally, it's like in your face. It's very small RPG, Dungeons and Dragons style like video game that I've never really. It's weird to say that. How could we even know that these games would have worked like in 2021? Like you would think like nobody would want to play this SNES NES looking ass game. Um but I loved it. I really appreciate that. It brought me back to like, I don't know, roguelites just do that for me, I guess. And then I played Valheim, and Valheim was amazing too. I immediately started jumping.
Yeah, that shit is sickening.
That is
this motherfucker. Look, I'm over here trying to hunt shit, trying to get materials, and this motherfucker's just in the corner hopping. That's all he's doing. He's not contributing nothing. Me, and we playing with Chris, right? And all that's happening. Me and Chris are like, all right, we need to go kill some deer to get some shit. I'm going out there doing whatever the fuck we gotta do. Doughy's just follow me. Boop, boop, boop. I'm like, it's like I was getting followed by like, a little brother or something. And you're kind of like, get the fuck away from me. And he's just hopping next to me, scaring the deer off. Then I'm fucking sprinting, trying to shoot them. And he's just hopping next to me. I'm like, what the fuck is this guy doing?
Fucking up your hunt. That's what he's fucking doing.
Valheim is a weird game, man, because it is somehow like really ugly in some of like the textures and the pixelated textures and whatnot. But it's also such a gorgeous fucking game at the same time, dude. It's a weird one.
How's your week?
It has like a painted. What does it look like? Do you guys remember that other game, Dreams, where things look very like cloudy?
Yeah.
Like
Pastel
some of the models and stuff look like that. Like it looks very weird, like almost like painted with watercolor or something.
Artsy, like an artsy kind of.
It's not meant to be very pretty. It's pretty in its ugliness, like a Minecraft or something.
Yeah. Once I realized there was a jumping stat and there's a leveling up system for the jumping, I was all in. I'm like,
game over.
Play this game. I can't wait. I can't wait.
Though he played like 2 hours, and he has a higher jumping stat than me already. So. I got maybe like 10 hours on the game already.
That's pretty impressive.
Yeah, and also to what Doughy was saying, last week I believe it was, or the week before that, I took a half day to play Loop Hero. I
No
was
shit.
at work, and I like all I could think about was just playing more Loop Hero, and I was just like, man, I'm taking a half day. I'm gonna holler at y'all later. I fucking went to the living room and just fucking played Loop Hero for a couple hours. It was dope.
Also, Mateo, how was your weekend or week? I haven't talked to you in a long ass time.
Yeah, it's been a minute, man. It's not too bad, dude. I was talking to you boys because my favorite bar in Austin is their last weekend ever. So it's kind of sad. There's lots of talks about like community and things like that. 'Cause it's one of those things like we're hanging out with all the people that I've been drinking with for like 6 years, and they're like, "How fucking wild is this place? Like, how would we all have ever met if this place didn't exist?" Like, because there's a retired UT professor that I drink with there, and there's a dude that's really into like adventure hiking and extreme camping and whatnot, and like those aren't people that I would run into in my everyday life, but they're people that I go and drink with and bullshit with and talk nonsense with at the bar. For pre-pandemic, it was a few times a week.
Is this
For the
shutting down?
pandemic, this is like probably like the second or third time that I've been there. It's partially pandemic related. It's partially just he's tired. The owner / bartender, he's just tired of the bullshit. There's a lot of bullshit that goes along with opening a bar.
I bet.
Yeah, of course.
But it was a cool damn place. It was a cool little moment in time that the UT professor, I taught her the word moose knuckle, so that was pretty exciting.
What?
That was one of our first ever like conversations, because people were complaining. They were like, so I forget the conversation at the bar, but they were complaining that there was like a female term for that, the camel toe, right? And they're like, why is there not a guy term? I was like, actually, there is. It's a moose knuckle. But before anyone comes after me, the thing was an entirely outdoor event. We had chairs set up out in the parking lot, and we're drinking like it was a tailgate or something, basically.
Well, in Texas, you don't guys got a mask mandate anyway. So
In Austin, we still have a mask mandate.
oh, in Austin you do? Oh,
Yeah, they were not successful in their attempts to sue Austin into removing their mask mandate, because that's what Texas does.
good for you guys.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of crazy. Even though these vaccinations and all this is going out, there's an uptick in cases. People acting like shit is normal already. Shit.
It's-
Last Sunday, I went to the grocery store, and I go to the grocery store to pick something up real quick. I get in line, right? And then while I'm walking in line, I see a dude standing there in the grocery store, no mask. And I look around, everybody got a mask on. So then I asked the cashier, because I was pretty close, and I was like, yo, y'all don't got a mask policy? And she's like, we give away free masks, if that's what you're asking. I'm like, nah, I'm asking, like, should you kick this dude out because he's over here being irresponsible? And she's like, no, we just only offer free masks. I'm like, all right. So then I'm just standing there, and I'm fucking pissed. I'm like I'm just ready. I don't know, man. I'm just not digging this irresponsibility. And then this guy, then he looks around and decides that the line that I'm in is the line he wants to walk in. And so that already, I was gonna tell him to keep his distance, kind of thing. And they have markers on the floor for like to stay 6 feet apart. Why this motherfucker wants to walk up all up close to me?
Maybe he
I
had
said,
a fighting face on.
Maybe he
I
just
already-
wanted a good sniff.
I had my mask on, so he couldn't see my full on angry face. But he must have seen it, because he looked me in the eye. He saw my eyes. I was fucking pissed. I told him, yo, you need to back the fuck up. He looked at me like I was crazy. Even the cashier looked at me like I was crazy. I was like, damn, like y'all don't got these people ain't got no respect, no kind of home training. Like, I don't know.
Maybe it's how you said it. You need to back the fuck up.
I feel like that comment was warranted.
Yeah.
I mean, like, you don't know what kind of, that guy could have COVID, and he's just being irresponsible, walking around, getting close to people, potentially spreading it, shit like that.
Licking the back
And then
of
he
your
hit me
head.
with the dumbest response. I mean, the dumbest response I ever heard. he was like, actually, he was so dumbfounded by what I said. He was like, huh? What? You're talking to... I was like, yeah, you don't got a mask on. We in a pandemic. You need to back up. He's like, I look healthy. You look healthy. I was like, nah, you better stay away from me.
I look healthy. You look...
And then,
nah. So you don't know if I got diabetes or high blood pressure, motherfucker? I look healthy,
yeah,
bitch.
you don't know shit.
Stupid ass motherfucker.
I thought that was stupid and irresponsible. And then the cashier, she got the nerve to ask me, oh, do you know him? I said, hell, you think I talk to people I know like this? I don't know this guy. He's getting all close to me. I say, y'all need to kick this guy out of here. What's wrong with y'all?
Yeah.
And again, she was looking at me like I was crazy, like I was out of line. I was like, all right. Like, maybe you could say I was being rude. I'll take that L. My rudeness ain't gonna kill nobody. Like, I don't know, man.
That's not gonna rock in New York. That is not gonna rock in New York.
And that's exactly what I said. That I was like, because afterwards I was talking to one of my coworkers about this, and I was like, man, this is the bullshit that I don't like, right? Like, New Yorkers have a reputation, right? That we're rude, right?
Mm-hmm.
And we have a reputation that everybody minds their business. Like, anything in planet Earth could be happening and nobody's gonna bat an eye and just let anything happen. But that's not necessarily the truth. Like, there's an amount of stuff that is within normalcy. Like, seeing a butt naked crackhead diarrheaing on the corner of the thing, ain't nobody gonna pay that guy no kind of mind. Everybody's gonna look, be like, and just go about their day.
Honest though, post-pandemic, that has changed. All right, I see that shit. I'm crossing the street. It is so nerve. I'm sorry, it's so nerve-inducing. Like, the amount of anxiety I get from just germs and other people now. But go ahead.
No, I was just saying.
Got a question for Doughy. So does that mean that you're no longer peeing in subway stops at 2:00 in the morning when your peanut-sized bladder fails you? Or
I ain't say all that.
Wow. Okay.
I'm sorry. I have a very small bladder.
You should go to the doctor. That's Pucho's response to anybody with conditions like that. You should go to the doctor, man. That shit is so
That's a fact. If you can't drink a glass of water without running to the bathroom within 15 minutes, who knows? Who knows? Maybe there's a bladder condition. I don't know. I would just like to know what the experts think. That's it. If the experts think it's within normalcy, like it's within means of, you're only a standard deviation away from what's considered normal, then all right, live your life. But what if they tell you, oh shit, you had this infection in your bladder like so long ago, here, pop this antibiotic and bam. Then boom, now you got the bladder of you leveled up from kindergarten bladder to like junior high school bladder. And then you're like, all right, cool. Now you can hold your pee a little longer, pop a couple more antibiotics. Yeah.
Oh, we got some breaking news here. Lisi wants to know if you fed Apollo.
Okay. Yes. That's funny.
This is coming from headquarters, guys. We have someone who manages us. Just so everybody
call
knows.
in my ear here real quick.
Yeah.
Be known.
The boss is calling us.
This was her boss moment.
She's been dying to have a cameo, so
she needs one.
I've been waiting for her to bust through that door like the Kool-Aid man, dude.
Like the Kool-Aid. That man
she
fucked
busts
up.
through that door, she's taking over the podcast.
It's
we're
over.
getting booted off.
It's happening.
Well,
but no, what I was saying, right, is like, New Yorkers have this reputation of constantly minding their business. And while that's true for a lot of things, once somebody starts to break like the agreement that everybody has of what's normal and what's not normal, everybody will check the guy. Like if the guy over here not wearing a mask try to go onto a subway, there'll be a couple people that'll be like, that ain't gonna rock. Like, shit like that. And I find that respectable. I find that what people do in Florida is they don't want to confront. They don't like confrontation. They don't want to start any kind of situations. So they'll rather just stay quiet and let the situation play out so that it could pass. But I'm just like, if you don't correct these people and show them that they're idiots and what they're doing is wrong, they're gonna keep doing that dumb shit, and they're gonna harm people.
Well, that
Like,
kind of goes.
People are dying.
That kind of goes back to the cart man. No one's putting the carts back, but he's coming over here correcting people.
Right? I mean, it
on.
goes back to the cart man. And if putting the carts back prevents deaths,
as cart narc.
If the cart narc is preventing deaths by putting the carts back, then he's doing God's work, baby. But he's just being an asshole, okay? He's just being an asshole.
Well, Pucho, how has your week been? let us know.
I just been doing shit around the house. And watching TV and movies and shit. I watched like 3 movies. Dude, Lisi bought this fucking drawer from Target. I swear to God, it's like over 1,000 parts to put this fucking thing together. And it's like, it's like just 4 drawers. I'm like, how the fuck is there 1,000 parts? I literally didn't do shit yesterday. I woke up at the ass crack of dawn, like 6:45, 7 o'clock.
It was one of those drawers.
I'd say, you know what? I need a beer for this. I cracked the beer early and I just started going in and just doing that till about 3 o'clock. So that from whatever the fuck time till like 3 o'clock.
No fucking way, dude.
And then I wasn't done. And then, yeah, that shit. And I finished it I finished I didn't even finish it this morning. I put all the drawers together. I still need to put the rails on the drawers so that I can actually put them in. But that's the last step. I'm just saying, that's what I've been up to. Drinking beers. And then while doing this, I've just been putting movies on. So I watched 2 movies yesterday. Both of them with Daniel Radcliffe, the Harry Potter guy. Interesting. One was some love story. Just he liked some girl. She had a boyfriend, and they're just friends for a long time. Spoilers, they hook up at the end. And then the other one was actually super interesting. There's this movie called Guns Akimbo.
I've been wanting to watch that one.
Yeah, I've been wanting to watch it.
It is awesome. This dude, what the fuck happens? He's like an internet troll. He goes online and he's just like fucking calling people all the worst names and all that shit. And then basically they have like this company, right, Tony? They have this company
I thought you was that
they have this company that runs, I get like some kind of illegal internet show where like people are murdering each other and they got all these drones recording and live streaming the whole thing.
Damn.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. And basically they got one of the guys who runs the show got so pissed off that the guy was trolling so hard that they broke into this guy's apartment and they literally took 2 guns, both of them in each of his hands, and they literally bolted all his fingers into the gun. Like, so his hands are just stuck on the gun. All he could do is pull the trigger. That's all he could do. And then they're like, yo, you need to go kill this girl who's like she's like the best person at this thing. So they keep doing like all these challenges. So then like this woman is trying to kill him now, and he's just trying to like run and live, and it's just like a super stupid movie. There's like no reason this movie should exist, but it's awesome.
So how does he reload?
Huh? He doesn't. He's got an extended ass clip on his gun. He's got 50 bullets in each handgun, and that's it. He got 100 rounds to kill this woman. That's it. He ain't got no reload.
That's beast.
Yeah. So he's got 2 guns akimbo, and that's the whole fucking movie. And it's as bad shit as it sounds. Like just they break the fourth wall. They're intentionally campy. They're intentionally cheesy. It's just straight up supposed to be just a straight up like a fan I was gonna say fan fiction, like a fan service kind of movie. It's just, let's give everybody everything they want. Just stupid action, stupid comedy. Just, yeah, it's good. I enjoyed it. It was the perfect movie to build a dresser. Okay.
Where would you rank that against Hardcore Henry?
I haven't watched Hardcore Henry.
Really?
So, yeah, what's that?
It's been a minute. You don't remember that one? It was an entirely first person movie.
I've never even heard of
I
this.
think I've seen it. I just don't remember it.
Like the word Hardcore Henry sounds familiar, but that's about it.
Yeah, it's been a while since I've seen it, but yeah, that one's wild. Like you watch the guy like drop kicking people and doing flips downstairs and parkour and whatnot. Just entirely first person. It's like that scene from the Doom movie with Dwayne the Rock Johnson, just stretched out for an hour and a half. We gonna risk asking Tony how he's been this week, or
I was debating whether or not I was gonna just do my own intro for myself.
Wow, selfish.
Yeah, because I don't get asked. One time I got asked, I got a 20 minutes later thing from SpongeBob. So it was just like, God damn, nigga, what the fuck? Like, but as you can see, fucking diapers and baby clothes. Had the baby shower yesterday, Saturday. And a lot of people came out, showed love, and gave me gifts, me and my wife gifts for the baby and stuff. And big shout out to all of you guys. If you guys watch the show or not, like, I appreciate it. It's definitely gonna help out with all the stuff that I got, and it was pretty fun, bro.
A week right there.
Oh, those diapers, at least the first 3 months. It's newborn 1, 2, and 3, so it's just like those are gonna be the killers right there. And then got a little bathtub over here, as you can see, and a bag full of clothes. I'm talking about bags of clothes. It's pretty dope, man. And a lot of people came through and showed love and stuff, and it was also like it's also crazy too, because I don't know if my wife might be wanting me to tell it or not, but her family member, yeah,
we got another cat in the show.
Kodak Black
cameo.
making an appearance.
It's because you got boxes, and cats like boxes. So now he's like,
Cat
oh
might
shit,
be
I got
getting tight.
obstacles, shit to sit in.
Yeah.
Might be warm,
Nah,
cozy.
He's bugged out right now, but no, yeah, bro, and it kind of almost brought like tears of enjoyment, joy in my life, because her uncles and like gave us a gift that they paid the first 2 years of college for my son.
Oh shit,
That's incredible.
Bro, it's such an incredible like thing. I was just like, damn, bro, that took me back, because it's like, that's a hell of a gift to give to anybody. So it was.
There's gifts, and then there's motherfucking gifts.
that's amazing.
No,
That's
because
right there.
you're not saying, oh, here's a gift, this and that. Like, and people are fortunate to do things like that and stuff. So it's just like you're investing into my child's future. That's a deeper, like, it's crazy to even, you know what I mean? It's just,
That's
I was
legacy.
definitely, yeah, bro.
That's legacy.
I was shocked, 100% shocked. I never even heard of anything that in my life.
How'd they do that? Like through what?
A prepaid thing, I believe.
Oh, so it's a Florida prepaid?
Yeah, it was crazy. Yeah, I was.
Damn. So if they did 2 years, you might as well figure out how you could keep adding money to that. Cause
Yeah. Because we had a plan already to already set money aside for him, and also too, my uncle Neff. You guys know Neff, how crazy he is. In some ways, this man is intelligent. I'm not saying he's stupid. Sorry, Neff.
I mean, he's a Patriots fan.
Yeah, he's a Patriots fan. So, so that's why I have differences.
All things aside, he's very silly and
Y'all know
jolly
him. Yeah,
and
y'all know him.
joyful. Yeah, he's a very fun guy to be around. You could almost see where Tony gets some of his, like, it's from his uncle. Same thing as Pucho. Pucho has an uncle called Negro. Yo, you see this guy and you're like, yo, this is where Pucho got like 90% of his mannerisms from. Because I'm like, yo, they just similar. And it's just an uncle thing. It happens.
I want to see inside Tony's head where he was processing this statement of, in some ways, this man is intelligent. And
No,
was like, is
because-
this a nice thing to say? Yeah, this is fine.
Yeah, bro, it's because this man says a lot of crazy, stupid shit, and he just does it to troll. Like, he loves to fucking troll, bro. So, like, what he told me growing up, and I never listened to him, but I wish I had, was to get a credit card, like a gas card or something. But I don't know if they still do that as a kid, and just put gas in the car or whatever, and just pay it off to build your credit young. And I was thinking like, damn, like I wonder if people do that for their kids. Like they get a credit card in their name and they just keep paying shit off. They use it like their own and they just keep paying it off. So when they come of age, they already have great credit. Like it's like, you know what I mean? So that's stuff that you set your kid up for a better future. And that's things that me and Emily spoke about. And like, those are things that I want to do. And, you know, to give him a better chance, you know, that because I mean, that happens every day. You know what I mean? People that come for money, they get the best education, they get the best things. Like unless people like us, where we growing up, we don't have the best education, but we do what we do to, you know what I'm saying, to provide and move on in life. But that's my main focus too, is like obviously treating them good and raising them right, but setting him up for future. And that right there was a crazy future setup. Like that shit was amazing. So
No, that's really good shit to think about, honestly, man. Because like my father was always scared shitless of credit growing up because he had fucked himself over with various investments and credit card issues. So like I never had credit, and then when I did get credit, I had bad credit because I had like some student loans that I wasn't paying on because I was broke as fuck or something. So like it took me probably solid 3 years to build my fucking credit score up to like anything like manageable now.
yeah, mine was a ghost. When I tried to get my card, the credit card the first time, they said no, they declined me. I'm like, why? And then I went into my background, and I guess medical bills growing up, like I don't know how that affected me, but it, like at the time, it fucking killed me because like my parents, I guess, I don't know, when I hit 18, the medical bills are now on me. I didn't know that growing up, so I had medical bills piling up, bro. Thousands of dollars worth of medical bills. So when I went to go get a card, they're like, hey, you're zero, you're a ghost, and B, you got bills. I'm like, fuck. So I had to get a prepaid card and work my shit up to where it's at. And it still needs to grow more, but it's just like, it sucks.
Yeah. Yeah, there's a few things there that that are interesting. The whole credit situation, it makes sense that it exists, but it's a very bizarre system. Like
It's a catch-22 almost.
Well, especially when you're getting started, because it's like, well, we can't give you a credit card because you don't have credit, and you need a credit card to build credit so we can give you a credit card.
It's like a job. Like, oh, you don't have enough experience. Give me a job so I can have enough fucking experience, bro. Like, what the fuck?
yeah. It's a chicken and egg for sure. Like, and so similar to Mateo, my parents would always talk about like, yo, don't get a credit card, you're gonna fuck your life. Like just having a credit card, you're gonna fuck yourself over.
Yep.
So I didn't get a credit card till I was in my mid-20s. And so yeah, I had the similar experience where I tried to open up a credit card at one point to build my credit, and they were like, "Nah, you don't got credit." And I was like, "What the fuck?" And so like I kind of had a few similar situations to that. Luckily for me, or unlucky, I don't know, I had some student loans and I was paying them off, and so that allowed me to have some type of credit line. So that helped my credit a bunch, and then yeah, then I was able to get credit cards, and I think I bought like my first like laptop that I had, like pretty much like the year before I graduated college. I finally got my own laptop, and I went through like HP's website and I did like a finance thing. So they basically gave me a laptop for free, but then I had to pay it off over like 24 months or some shit like that, and then that also builds credit. So I mean, I managed to like luck out with that type of stuff, but honestly, the best way to build credit is to just like use your credit card, buy shit with it, and buy all the normal shit that you would have bought anyways, and then just pay it off every single month with your bank account. Like, so then is all you're doing is, it's like weird because there's an extra step there where instead of just buying with your money, you're gonna buy with the credit card and then pay the whole thing off. But that shit builds your credit. You don't pay interest, and so like I don't know. That's what I've been doing for years, and my credit is like pretty high. So
Yeah, I did that in the beginning, and I just failed so bad. I failed a bunch of times, like credit wise, and I've had tons of debt. And the only thing that has saved me has been the fact that I have a job that I could pay my credit bills off with. You know what I mean? Like, but I fumbled my credit several times. But now I'm in a better place. just like these past few years, I'm in a much better place with my credit, and I'm actually managing my money in a lot better ways, a lot healthier too. Like it's just it's a learning thing, because when you get credit cards, you start to overspend, and you get these limits that you've never gotten before, and they're like, oh, they're giving you $10,000, and you're like, oh my god, like I want to buy the nicest thing in the world. Like you want to just start your dreams start coming out, and you're like, ooh, this musical piece of equipment that costs 2,500 right here. And I just started overspending, and I'm living beyond my means. And it's important to, like, especially when you get a credit card, to like limit yourself and understand, like, this is, you gotta like budget. And every once in a while it's okay to get yourself something nice, but you can't get into that idea that you gotta like, a lot of people nowadays see other people living their life, and they feel like they have to live their life just as much as everyone else does. But not everybody got it like that. Not everybody's in the same money financial situation, and you kind of just got to pump the brakes on yourself.
Yeah.
You're like,
This is
yo,
the,
For sure.
this is I've read a lot of articles about this recently, about why this is why social media is such a bad thing for us, is because people get into this doom scrolling thing of comparing themselves to other people, and it's bad for your mental health to be constantly doing that comparison and that check on, like, well, shit, he just bought a new car, he's got a house,
It's the
I'm
big
over
dick
here
game.
renting, and I'm in my 2004 Honda Civic.
It's the big dick game. Everybody wants to show how big their dick is, or for girls, how pretty their frame is. I don't, you know what I mean? It's just like, it's just all it is. Swinging
Never,
contest.
I've never heard it called the big dick game.
That everybody wants to have the bigger dick in life.
I think what he means is a pissing contest for guys.
No, I
or
know,
dick
I know what he
swinging
means. I'm
contest.
just
It's
not
also called
familiar
dick
with
swinging
the-
contest. It's all a bunch of shit. Just to show I'm the better. Look at me. I got this. Well, I got that. Like, everybody does it, but it's just some people take it to another level. They're willing to go broke for the fame. Shit's
It's a big
crazy.
dick game.